Hello, everyone. I'm here. I'm checking in, and I have a lot of messages, as the title says. And remember, everyone, straighten your crowns. We are worth every second here on Earth. Okay. I don't know how long this is going to be, and I know I haven't been on for a while, but I'm still here. I did put up a post. I forget what I said, but anyway, lay down. Ouch. Anyway, I don't know how my voice is sounding, but I just had a sneezing fit, so it will go away soon. But anyway, let's get into it, because I still have a lot to do. Okay. Everyone that has pets, please keep an eye on your pets during really hot weather. We are not the only ones who can get heat stroke. Don't keep animals outside long. If you are, have a small pool where they can sit in it while they're outside. But if they don't sit in it, in the beginning or whatever, don't use the hose to wet the whole entire body. Because when you do that, see, we sweat. Animals don't. Dogs don't. When we sweat, it cools down our body temperature. Animals, it don't. Plus, when you wet the whole entire body, the fur gets wet, it's heavy, and it holds even more heat in. Just wet their feet and their nose. It helps to cool them down. But if you're outside, you're outside somewhere, but please do not leave them outside too long. And the panting, that's not cooling them down, really. It helps some, but not all the way. Anyway, that's one thing. Now, all these ones, they have a new one out. Well, it's not new, it's old, really. But I spoke about this in my other videos, about if you see anything on your windows or doors, whatever, always check. Now they're putting white dots on the windshields or somewhere. Call 911. And they are also putting quarters on cars too. You're being targeted, and we all know what that's for. Now, for these apps, it's getting really ridiculous. I don't know. With editing, I still have to look up what AI is, and I'm told there's another one, Gemini. I don't know. I see that advertised a lot too. And whatever else these apps are. I also mentioned, about the editing, with the pranks, the lies, about stories and whatever else, to trick anyone. They're putting in to be targeted. Not only on them, but they're putting it out there for whoever, hacks or whatever it's called and what's going on. Stop doing this, okay? I mean, it's one thing of, putting, pictures together or whatever. Don't use them to harm somebody or scam somebody or whatever. Or make up all kinds of stories. You could still have your story, but don't put fake ones up, lies. I mean, I can't remember what they said about, well, they're going to be king and queen soon, but, in England, they said all kinds of stuff. And then, they put that, one of them was crying, and then they had a picture at a funeral of the other one. Please stop doing that. And all these ones in wheelchairs, how they were then and how they are now. And then give a whole total different story. Really? No, I'm not pissed. No, I'm not mad. No, it's just annoying. And I can't stand lies about someone. About the, I guess, I don't know, AI and all that. Apparently, scammers and whoever else is doing it, they think that they're fooling, government and etc. I mean, that's what I was being told, and then I came across something afterwards, and that's what's being said. But I mean, if they want to think that, I mean, I know the government can't be fooled, and hopefully, the government and whoever else, that you did what you were supposed to, to catch all these people and shut them down. But that's all I'm going to say, because I don't put information out there that, is none of my business. And for what? To give, scammers and whoever else ideas? No. But anyway, it's sad what's going on. We are helping to stop all this. We also need to really protect each other too. Did anyone know that these ones, and I was saying, about when you get in Ubers, I made a video about all that. Now, when you see anyone, around you, that is waiting for an Uber, please, and if they're, doesn't matter if they're by themselves or whatever, please help them to check it out, you know, if it's them, because I guess, I don't know, they're being caught or whatever, so they're trying other ways. Now, I did mention this. I happened to order where I was for my team that was here, and it said one thing, but a different person delivered. And that was the time that, they thought that they were going to fool me. I don't know what they put on the food, but anyway. But these Uber drivers are buying who's ever Uber that, it belongs to, and using their name to pick people up. So check everything, the name on the Uber, ask them what their name is, get their license, and ask, other questions and whatever. See if it all matches. Because I came across someone took an Uber and they only want like a block. Next minute, they know that the driver locked her in. And they were surrounded by whoever. I'll just say police officers, but it wasn't. The whole car was surrounded. So I don't know what happened there, but the guy wouldn't, the person wouldn't let them out of the car, and then they finally did. And they didn't know what was going on until they told her. So please make sure and always, give a, ping a person or many people when you get in, and this way they know where you are. But like I said, they're using their cars, the license plates that comes up, and the person's picture, I guess, or name. So do not get in until you check everything. And like I said, if anyone's around, you see them, help them out, because they might not know. Stop, goofball. Okay. Another thing that's out. I don't know. I never heard of it. But maybe a lot of you have. It's a new drink, or maybe it has been out. Don't know. It's called Feel Free. Don't let your children drink it. Adults shouldn't either, because it's really, really addictive. Causes anxiety. you get bad attitudes, and you get to the point where you need it. And it does other things. That's all they said. You look into it, and it was passed to be on the shelves. I don't know how, but anyway, when this person was speaking about it, this 13-year-old came up to them and asked for them to get it. They didn't know what they were talking about, and they said no. And they got the gas, and they were ready to put the wallet and go in, in their pocket and go into the store. Well, that child got mad and tried to grab the wallet, because they said they need it. And the person, was like, they didn't know what was happening, that the child looked, high or whatever. I don't know what the drink is, but look into it. But like I said, people who drink it, they get desperate, especially children. I don't know how children got it in the first place, but anyway, look into it. And the other one is, I spoke about, protecting each other and all that, but make sure you call 911 and make sure you take videos, of whatever. It's one thing of if someone's being bullied or whatever, you get a whole group and protect that person and put that person in their place. But, you still need to be careful, but always call 911 first. Let them handle. But that's one thing of getting involved like that. And, stuff like that. But if you see someone stealing from a big company, a store, yeah, take the video, but don't try to stop the person. Don't. Because when they stop the person and, try to get them, that person didn't like it. Now, they had 2 carts and their children with them. Apparently, wherever the state was or wherever it was, they were carrying, and we all know what that means. You never go up to somebody. Now, the thing is, you call 911, you make sure you take the video. This way they'll have, evidence, proof, whatever. You, meantime, go to the store security or a worker. This way they can call. You don't try stopping them. Yes, you're trying to be a good person, but, they are stealing a lot. So that's called robbery. You do not be that brave. You take, like I said, video. That's being a good person. But as I said in other videos, companies need to change how they do stuff, in many ways, as I mentioned in other videos. If they don't care, maybe when companies get, a lot stolen, and when companies, lets workers take advantage at work, it's all different ways, and then they start losing business, maybe then they'll care. Along with, how one gets access to their companies or apps and etc. to do whatever to customers. I've said this before. I also said shut up. Anyway, I also said in my last video, I feel something in the air. Don't know what it is. I do know, as I said, like the song, I'm holding on. I know it's something I've been waiting, and I know it's good for ones who are holding, and bad for, well, we all know. It's like, as an example, what these ones been doing for years. Trying to take from, well, not only me, but others. They decided I didn't deserve what God has planned. They wanted to control everything or everyone. Take homes, take the money, take lives, make them ill, and etc. We all know. And we all know that's not happening. Ones chose to mess with others, especially ones who they knew they really couldn't touch, but they tried. So think real hard, and I mean real hard. You didn't want to make it better for yourselves when you could have. The second you noticed you wanted a better life. I said this before. You should have made it better. So what you did, you know, or what you and do, what you did and what you're doing, well, you chose not to think for yourself and knew it was wrong and knew there was a chance you would be where you didn't want to. So all came up with, let's send innocent ones to jail, set up people, take ones away, keep them away from each other because you wanted them. Sound familiar? Is that what some things you did? Oh, you did a lot more than what I said. But sound familiar? Let's see what else. What up? Sorry. Okay. And you also broke all the rules, the codes, and everything in spirit. Because here, you have a chance of being caught. But spirit can't do anything, right? And when you did rituals, it wasn't towards you. It's whoever you decided to attack, right? To win at everything, right? And get who you attacked. It's money, to pay off whoever. As in, to do whatever you couldn't do, or get tarot readings on, etc. No one will know. We get others to do it. And get them in the middle, thinking that you won't be. Okay. So, tell me again. Hey, tell everybody. Again, how does that sound? Come on. You know it. Sounds, when you messed with me, sounds, uh-oh, we messed up. We all believed whoever got yous in the lies and much more, right? Is this what he's, we're saying? Well, now. And, you never looked up to see if anyone, broke any of the ancestral curses and whatever else was, attached to your bloodline. No. Somebody might have. All of your family. The whole entire family, cousins, aunts, uncles, and whatever. Whoever's doing right. Oh, it's still broken from them. But because you did all this, no, it's staying with you. You know that. It's your bloodline. That's, you messed up. And all the ones that you got involved. Because of what? Doing something out of jealousy? Being ungrateful? You had all those chances to make it right. And waking up every single day to do that. But you wasted all that time to ruin others, to get and do what you wanted. Yeah, you did. But why is it that you're still unhappy? And why is it that, everything that you got, why didn't you just leave it at that? And why don't you have it anymore? Why isn't it lasting? So, that's only a little. That, I mentioned. So, do you still think it's everyone's fault but your own? Think about it. But remember, what's in the air. As I said in the other video, the last video before this one. And it's directly from spirit. And I told you, I've been saying it, that they all had enough. That's also, for all these ones who know making whatever,